Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome to another live stream. And in this live stream, we are going to be wrenching on this Traxxas trx4. It's actually my original one. And I'll show you underneath it in a minute. It's been upgraded to 6S live pose. It's been to the skate park, BMX track. I'll show you underneath it in a minute. Hold on. Pause myself on there. Pause myself on there, otherwise we hear it all double. Right, so I'm recording it live, but I'm going to be chatting with you guys live on there. But most of you guys are probably going to be seeing this as a replay. So I've got my chicory. If you don't know what chicory is, go on Amazon. The world's best drink, and it's really healthy. So let myself get set up. As usual, I'm not organised at all. So let myself get organised here for a sec. And then I will show you my trx4. Right, put that down like that. So you guys let me know in the comments what you lot have been up to. So we're going to be wrenching and waffling. That's the idea of this live stream. Have a little chat with you guys. If you guys have got any questions and stuff going on, fire away. I can't answer them all because there's going to be so many, maybe not many coming in, but sometimes we do a live stream and loads come in. So, right, here she is. So, I've moved the battery box, which is usually on the top here, and I've put the battery box on the side here. However, because this is kind of like a basher now, it's not very good there, it's not very strong, it flexes and breaks and it's a bit crappy. The servo hasn't got enough power, the steering on this thing absolutely sucks severely. So it's got a servo saver on there that I'll put on there to try and save the servo, but I don't know, for a crawler, unless anybody knows a really heavy duty servo saver. I've tried the air racing one and that fell apart. I've got a Rustler one on there, it kind of works but it's too soft. I need a really heavy duty servo saver on here that's not going to just flex around and not let it steer. But over here, I've got a perfect pass servo. So this has got 56 kilos of torque. So that is almost double the servo that's on there now, and probably about 3 times the amount of a stock one. What else we got? We got these diff lockers because this is a bit like a basher really. We jump it and send it to the moon and skate park it and all that stuff. These diff locking cables, I mean, they're great when they work, but they are troublesome. They go wrong a lot. And a few times we've been out crawling and they just stay unlocked and you can't lock them up. So I'm going to ditch the lockers, put these in to keep it permanently locked. Also, yeah, look, broken drive shaft in there. We've got a new one there. I've got this to get rid of the servo saver for now. I mean, every servo that I've ever put in here without a servo saver, I've killed it. So I'm going to try a perfect pass one this time and see how that. I think this is one of the strongest servos I've ever had actually. So this may well take it. We'll find out. Not in this video. We're not going to run it in this video, but we will find out. Right, there's all the comments on there. I'm going to start wrenching. I'm probably going to be going for, I don't know, a couple of hours or so. If we get it done, we get it done. If we don't, we don't. All right, turn you around. Donkey there. I'm going to get some glovage on and we can start doing some wrenchage. Graham goes, perfect pass servos are a lot of money. Well, you get what you pay for. You buy cheap, you buy twice sometimes. Not always. Sometimes you get cheap stuff that's good. I always used to recommend the JX Eco Boost servos, but I've not had so much luck with them recently. I don't know if the new batch are not as good or what's going on, but nah. So at the moment, I've been using these on almost everything. They're good for crawlers, speed cars, X-Maxes. I mean, they're relatively fast. Fast enough for any basher or speed car, and crazy amounts of torque and super durable. David Turner in the house. How you doing? I'm good, thank you, dude. RC Kicks in the house. How you doing, Gavin? I was racing with RC Kicks yesterday. Did a bit of the old indoor car racing. Well, let's get the wheels off from here first, because it'll make it easy to work on. That off of there. I've not done it live for a while. Ziggy says loves to wrenching and waffling. Whee! Yeah, get that off of there. That off of there. Everyone like, we need more likes, says Max Traxxas. Yes, everyone, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up if you like the live-os. What is your favourite RC car in the 500? I would probably say the Associated MT10. That's what I'm going to go with. They're a lot cheaper than that actually, but oh my god, they take such a beating for the money, and they're like fast as well. Still in the toy shop. How's the moving plans? Yeah, hopefully be starting that move in the next few weeks. I'm still going to keep the shop here though for a while. I'll still be backwards and forwards, get settled in, fully decide where I'm going to, sort of keep everything like the monster truck and all that sort of stuff. So I've got a house sorted over there. I should hopefully be over there in the next few weeks, and I'll be taking a lot of RC stuff over there. And I can't be making video from both places, not just from one. Craig in the house from Vehicles versus Water. Right, what should we start with? I think we're going to start off with taking off all the monstrosity. So this here, look, let me quickly show you this. Flip you around. I was over in Jason Redfin's shop the other day, and he built this for me. So normally these are 6x6. So it's got two axles sort of like there. But Jason added another axle to make it 8x8 and also gave it rear wheel steering. A few people have done similar conversions, but they've kind of added an extra axle right on the back. But then you end up with like a big gap here with like no wheels, and then it gets hung up on stuff quite easy. So what Jason done is move that axle all the way forward, move this axle back more, put one in the middle, give it four-wheel steering. So now this thing is like crazy capable, and we're going to be taking that out soon. There's going to be a video on that. Right, so back onto this. Yeah, so that's what I was getting at, actually. So do you remember my Bronco that used to sit up there? Well, this is all that's left of it, because we stole a load of parts off of it to put onto this. So now that this is getting tired, I can take some of the remaining bits from this thing here, what's left of it, and put them on there. So yeah, we're going to start off with taking this off, putting a standard side guard back onto it, put all the receiver back where it's meant to go, put the battery tray back in there, and then if we've got time, we'll put the diff locks in. Oh, I want to definitely change the servo. So we'll just see how we get on. Right, bung you back on this tripod here. Right. Guys, let's go. Kevin Talbot to 3 million subbies, as RC dude. Yeah, one day we'll get there, dude. Right, so this has got to come off here. So let's get that off of there. I think we're going to keep this piece. What are you going to be doing at 3 million? Oh, nothing special, dude. I don't really celebrate subscribers that much. When I celebrated sort of like 100,000 and 1 million a little bit. So I think the next one's going to be like probably like 10 million if we ever get there. Dumb suggestion, can you put a tiny monster truck on that semi truck? Ah, we could do. Look, there we got the game over there. I mean, yeah, a bit of a difference in scalage going on there. Right, guys, if you've got any questions going on and stuff, try and keep it as short as possible, because there's quite a few coming in and it's difficult to keep up. So if you keep them as short as possible, then it's going to be easier to answer. If it's like a few lines long, then by the time I've read it, it's sort of off the screen. You need to make more content to watch, says Joshua. Well, it takes a long time making videos. I've got other projects going on. I've been organising my move, working on the monster truck, other business stuff. So I haven't always got full time to make videos. So I used to make more videos, but I want to get back onto doing more eventually. But I'm probably still doing a couple a week though. I mean, I could do a video a day, but it'd be rushed and it'd be a crappy, boring video. You know, to try and make them interesting to watch, it sort of takes quite a few days of editing, a few days of filming. Like that. Albert says, can't believe I caught you live, let's go. Hey, hello dude. RC Kicks goes, any flying lessons yet? Yeah, I've had 2 flying lessons and I've got another one next week. What's the best armour you recommend? Oh, it depends. If you want to modify it, one of the 6S ones. If you're going to leave it stock, one of the 3S ones. What is the best 46 tooth X-Max gear? Any of the steel ones really. I wouldn't say there's anything in particular. I mean, just go on eBay, put in steel spur gear. You get the GWS. You got the hot racing ones. I think Fast Tracks make them as well now. Any of the steel ones. I think even Traxxas make their own one. When are you going to powder coat monster truck parts red? I'm not, dude. I am not. Because if I ever do Monster Jam and they want me to use one of their bodies, the red won't match it. So if I'm keeping everything a neutral colour, any body's going to match. Oh, Craig goes, how did you not throw up in that stunt plane? I don't know, Craig, but when I get my one, you'll have to come out with it with a sick bag. What have I done here? I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time putting all this stuff on here. But I don't know if it's such a good idea now. I mean, if you want really low centre of gravity, it's probably alright. But I can't even get to the screws now to take it out. Oh, what have we done here? What a contraption. Craig goes, no chance he'll throw up. I took Craig out in the Lambo before and he threw up afterwards. That was quite funny. Come out. Son of a... Boop. It's not coming out. Can you get FTX Canyon? Yeah, maybe. Maybe one day. There's a lot of toys that I want. You can't get them all. I mean, I do try and mix it up, but I normally get what most people want. So what do you guys want to see? Will you take a lap of the TT circuit in the Lamborghini? Oh yes, got to be done, hasn't it? Got to be done. Might even live stream it. What do you reckon? Do you want to see it live streamed? David Turner goes, Edge 540 or extra 300. I don't know. I mean, I always thought the 540 was better. But then all the guys down the club seem to think the extra's better. So I don't know, you tell me. I think you're more of a plain guy than I am. Can you get the Lossy motorbike? You can't get him here yet in the UK. It's a big 1/10 XL, says Leon. Not really sure what he's referring to. Get the armour. Gorgon. That doesn't really appeal to me really. I mean, I'm a monster truck guy, but I want the solid axles. I mean, the 2-wheel drive basher, I'm not really into them. But I don't know, if enough of you guys want me to see it, I will. Right, next, let me get all this lot off of here. Alright, that's already off. Alright, so we have to unwire all the receiver. There's a lot to unwire here. I wonder if it's ever going to work again. Can you get HBI WR8? No plans at the minute, dude. I mean, you guys fire away in the comments what you want to see. If loads of people say the same car, then I'll do a video on it. But it's got to be something that I think is going to appeal to a lot of people. If it's only something that not many people want to see, and you know, if I really want it, I'll get it anyway. But if I don't really want it, then doesn't really make any sense if no one's going to watch the video, and I don't really want it. Alright, what we got going on here? Get this receiver out of here. It took ages doing this silicone version, and now it's going to take ages putting it all back. If you go back and look at some of my earlier videos, if you actually go on the main channel, on my main Kevin Talbot channel, and search by most popular videos, I think this was like the second most popular video. It had the green body on it. It had that body there on there, and that's where I give it loads of horsepower. And that thing's just mad on 6S. We've had it skate parks, BMX tracks. I mean, the beating this thing can take, it's just mad. Alright, so that is off. I've got to try and remember where all these screws go. There's a lot of screws going to start coming off of this. I'm going to forget where it all goes. DBXL with Taylor RC motor. Yeah, I've done one, dude. I've already done a video on that. If you go back on the channel and have a look. It didn't last long though, so I've got to fix it. Alright, because we've got a whole mess of cables in here. I mean, diff locks we're getting rid of anyway. So that makes it a little bit simpler. Well, a lot simpler actually. That gets rid of a lot of this spaghetti. So, oh, actually, no, that one I've got to keep. That one's the gear shift one. And I can't forget what that went in on there. Oh, no, what was that one? Oh, is this ever going to work again? Oh, sod it. Let's pull the whole lot out. Forgot where it all goes now anyway. Might never work again now. That might be it. Can you get a Traxxas / two-wheel drive? If enough of you guys want to see it. I mean, I'm not really a fan of two-wheel drive bashers myself. I prefer four-wheel drive. Alright, that is out, that is out, that is out. We're going to need a new radio box anyway, because this one I've cut and butchered. Put zoomy pops on your laminator. Do you know what? That was an idea at one point, but it's going to be so much work, and it's going to lose loads of horsepower, and there's going to be pipes everywhere. I mean, I looked at it, I wanted to do it, and the more I looked at it, the more I kind of talked myself out of it. And although it would be cool for about 5 or 10 minutes, it's just so much work. It wouldn't be worth it, dude. It would just take me weeks and weeks and weeks and not get anything else done. So I've aborted on that mission. All right, that is out. Next, cut the bottom out of this battery tray, which probably was a bad idea. Oh, why have I done that? I've cut the bottom out of this battery tray, and is that bad? I can't remember if that's bad or not. Probably is bad, isn't it? Right. Well, we'll change it. We'll change it. Luke says he started an RC channel because of me. Hey, well done, dude. Hope you're enjoying it. Oh, this is going to be... Is that going to come out easy? I would like to see more mini Traxxas cars. Right, noted. Put turbo on your laminator. I think the 80cc's already got way too much power. It does not need any more power. It already blows the diff every time. Got Noah in the house. How you doing, dude? Nitro RS4 says Fireblazer. I do look pretty good fun actually. Got to give you that. Right, that's that out. The butchered one. So now if we... Should we leave it out for now while we work on it? It might make it a bit easier. That can come off of there. Right, what next? Let's get rid of these shift servos. Because we're getting rid of the diff locks. No, not the shift servos, the diff lock servos. Get rid of those. Been wanting to get rid of them for a long while. You getting new Team Corrali, says New Life RC. I haven't seen it. What is it? What is the new Corrali? I haven't seen it, so I don't know. How does the Raminator with the 46cc engine giveaway work? Ah, right, okay. I'll tell you in a minute. Let me just get this piece out. Right, that is there, that is there. I'll get this screw off of there. That screw off of there. So I did a video on the Raminator with the high output engine in it. Right, that we don't need anymore. Flip you around so I can show you. So this is my primal Raminator with the 46cc high output engine. A lot more power than stock, but it's got less power than these Taylor engines. These Taylor engines have got loads and loads of horsepower. That one's a 50. This one here's the 80cc. Trouble is, they've got so much power, they can tear the truck up quite easily. So they're great fun, not so good for reliability on the rest of the truck. So in my opinion, the best all-round engine, if you just want a bit more power, but want to keep maintenance down to a minimum, I'd go with that HO engine. So I've been doing these competitions recently where you guys can win some of my RC cars. And I always ask you guys what car do you want to win. And you guys said XRT, X-Max and Raminator. And I always thought Raminator's too big and heavy to ship. Look at the size of it. I mean, I can't even lift it on my own. It's because of the weight of it and the shape of it. So, but then I thought, well, hang on, I could run a competition where you guys can win one, and then whoever wins it, I can just get it shipped directly to them from Primal directly. So I'll put a link down below actually to the RC cars that I've got on my competition website. So this is one of the cars that are on there that you can win, but that is the actual one. If you get a ticket for that, that is the actual one you're going to win. And if you get a ticket for that, then you're going to get a brand spanking new one. So you're going to get the brand new Mega Truck. The Mega Truck and Monster Truck are the same. Just the Mega Truck comes with this body here. And that looks like the body that I've got on the real Monster Truck there, look. So that's why I like that one, because it's got the same body style on there. The Mega Truck comes with these tyres, which are a bit smaller. But other than the tyres and the body, the rest of the truck is exactly the same. Other than, you know, on this one, it's got blue shocks on it and stuff and a blue chassis. But exactly the same truck. So you guys can choose whoever wins it. You're going to get the high output engine anyway. You're going to get the stock engine. You're going to get the high output engine. You're going to get the Mega Truck with these tyres. But if you want, whoever wins, I will email you and let you know. You can choose to have it with these tyres or with these tyres and wheels. So it's up to you. You can choose. So there you go. That is, in my opinion, the nicest Raminator setup. The Mega with the monster wheels and that high output engine. I think that's the best all-round setup personally. And that is the one that you guys can win. You can get tickets for free. And I have in the past been advertising these competitions that you can get tickets for free. However, people are getting confused. And even though I said it in the video how to do it, and in the description of the competition, it says in there how you can get a free ticket, I still had millions of comments, just flooding my comments saying, I don't know how I can get a free ticket. So I don't bother saying it anymore because it just causes a nuisance in the comments. But if you do want a free ticket, if you go onto the raffle website, link is down below. You click on the thing to buy tickets, but if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it tells you how you can get free tickets. So you're allowed one free ticket. If you want more than one ticket, if you're greedy, then you have to buy them. And you can buy as many tickets as you like. The more you buy, obviously, the bigger chance you've got of winning it. But you can win it for free. So everybody's entitled to one free ticket. Scroll down to the bottom, read it on there, it tells you how to do it. That's all I can do. I mean, when I see all this, you know, I've stopped advertising it now that it's free because it just floods the comments. And it just doesn't make the comment section very nice. Right, with that out of the way, I think next we've got to get the side guard on from the donor car. So I'd love another X-Max to go up for raffle. Yeah, we'll probably do some more X-Maxes. I mean, I want to mix it up a little bit. I've done 2 X-Maxes already, so we've got the Raminator on there now. So what else do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comments what other cars do you want to see on the raffle website. I mean, you know, I'll put on there whatever you guys want. You know, you let me know what you want and I'll put it on there. You know, if there's enough of you guys wanting the same car, I can't put everything on there, obviously. Right, so now this side guard we need. So the parts car is getting stripped of more parts. Noah goes, did you buy a Traxxas 8x8? No, it's a 6x6 and Jason made it an 8x8. I was originally going to raffle it, but so much work went into that, I'm going to keep it. You know, I really have a tough time getting rid of cars that I put a lot of work into. Rock and Roller RC says Andy the Landy in a raffle. Oh, I don't know. I like Andy the Landy. I mean, maybe one day, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe the Lambo. Maybe we'll raffle the Lambo off one day. UDR for next raffle. Yeah, we can do a UDR. Yeah, a lot of people say UDR. All right, we'll do a UDR. We'll do a UDR. I've not had the UDR for a while, and it is actually one of my favourite RC cars, so we'll have to get it out again. Alex says, hi Kev from Spain, and a really long message which is going to be off the screen by the time I get to read it. But hello, dude. If you got any comments, leave them as short as possible. Damon Dude says, how's your day going? It's going good, dude. Lossy 5 or DBXL. Yeah, we can do that. We can certainly do that. How did you first start working on this, Ernest? I'll just take stuff apart when it's broken and try and fix it. And it's sure it's gone back together again, so. Right, that is that off. You know what? I'm just going to keep this receiver in this one. And then that saves having to try and glue all that one in. That's already there, isn't it? If I keep that receiver in there, so that's already wired up. And we always had an issue with this TRX4 of it not steering properly. So if we change the receiver, that's going to eliminate that being a problem. Alright, that's that good. Alright, doing our car back out the way. Are we going to get the Mojave 4S? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, if enough of you guys want to see it, I mean, to me it looks like a Centon. And I'm more of a basher, really. And if I'm going to get a basher, I'm going to get more of a, I don't know, more of like a Creighton or something like that to bash, or an X-Max. So Mojave wise, I mean, it's a good car if you want something semi-scale and you want to be able to bash it. But, you know, I like the UDR because it's sort of more realistic, so I'm more of a fan of that myself. And if I want to bash, I'll go X-Max or something else. Alright. Can you review the new RC motorbike? Yes! I've got 3 of them ordered. So one of them I'm going to put on a raffle. One of them is going to go completely to the moon, flat out durability test, and the other one is going to be used sort of normally how it's intended, all in the same video. Thoughts on eRevo 2.0 being discontinued? I mean, I was never really a fan of it. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, loads of people really loved it. And I don't even know where my one's gone. It used to be up there on the shelf. I don't know where it's gone now. I think it's upstairs. But I was never really that drawn to it. I never really wanted to use it that much. I don't know why. So maybe other people felt the same. But I don't know. I can't really put a finger on it. What do you guys think of the Revo? I mean, it's not that I dislike it, but I just never floated my boat, really. I mean, I always preferred the Creighton, really, over it. Even though people tend to like to call me a Traxxas fanboy. I mean, sometimes I prefer Armour, and sometimes I prefer Traxxas. I mean, it all depends what for. I mean, when it comes to crawling, Armour don't make a crawler, so obviously I prefer the Traxxas. When it comes to speed cars, I prefer the Armour. When it comes to eRevo versus Creighton, it's the Creighton all day long. When it comes to the sledge, I'm still undecided. I'm still undecided on that one. What do you guys reckon? Do you prefer sledge or do you prefer the Creightons? Oh no. Someone just said game over, wants a truck raffle. Oh no, I can't. I mean, that truck, I wouldn't sell it for any amount. That's been my dream all my life. I can't put a price on it. I wanted that so badly, more than anything, and that's what drove me to work so hard originally, was because I wanted that truck. I was completely broke when I wanted that monster truck. I had no money, I was in debt. I didn't have a job, and I decided I was going to go and do it. Oh, one screw in there. And man, the amount of blood, sweat and tears that went into building that truck, all the people that told me that I can't do it, and oh man, no, I can't get rid of it. I'd be devastated if that truck went. It can't go. The Lambo can go. I don't care about the Lambo. That can go. Not bothered about that. Anything else can go. Monster truck, never. RC Dude says he would prefer the sledge. He reckons a little bit more durable. Yeah, I'm still undecided. I'm still really undecided. Right, so that is the receiver tray put back in. So we need to get the ESC cable over there, and that route's under there. We've got to get the shift servo. That's got to go over there as well. So that can get routed through there. How's the X-Max? Says Aiden. Yeah, good. One of them's a bit poorly, needs a bit of work, my original one, but all the other ones work. I'd have one X-Max over 2 sledges and a Creighton. I'm with you there, Cindy. I am with you on that one. Cannot beat the X-Max in my opinion. You know, people often like to argue with me what's the best RC car, and my answer to that always is whatever one puts the biggest smile on your face, that's the best car. There's no point arguing, because what you like might not necessarily be what the next person likes, and the whole point of RC is just to enjoy it. That is the only point of it. There's no other point of RC other than enjoying it. So whatever you enjoy, whichever way you get the most enjoyment, that is the best way of doing it. There was some dude on Facebook trying to argue with me over on the Armour page, trying to say that metal's better for bashing than plastic, and he's a typical hater, really hating on me on there. If you go on Armour's website and have a look at the new Mojave post with the 4S, man, he's hating on me. This dude is sour. You know, trying to dig for an argument, but why bother? You know, why argue? I mean, what is there to argue about? I mean, you prefer what you prefer. And that's it. There's no more to it. That's it. There's nothing to argue about. And oh damn it! I shouldn't have put this thing here back in. So you know, with people telling me their opinion, it's fine. You know, you can talk nicely and tell me what RC car you like the most. That's fine. But to try and argue with people and be horrible and mean and just because they like a different RC than what you like, I mean, it's pathetic. Do you know what? You don't get that in the monster truck world at all. You don't get that. I think what the problem is that in the RC world, I mean, these are toy cars. And some adults, they feel a bit ashamed that they're playing with RC cars. That's what I think what it is. And because they feel ashamed that they're playing with a child's toy, they have to try and make it out that it's something that it isn't. Like, they try and make it out like it's some big business. When at the end of the day, all it is a toy car. That is it. It's a toy car. It's there to have fun with. Nothing to be ashamed of. You know, if we're all big kids playing with these toy cars, so nothing to be ashamed of. But some of these people are ashamed. So I have to try and make it some big business and try and make it. God, I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys reckon? Put the Lamborghini, Kevin. Yeah, we can raffle the Lamborghini. What do you guys reckon? Would you buy a ticket for the Lambo? I mean, we'd have to sell quite a lot of tickets though to make it worth it. So, I don't know. What do you guys reckon? If enough of you guys want to get tickets for it, then I'll do it. Yes. Try and make Lamborghini RC. These are big boys' toys, says David Foster. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, kids can play with them as well. I mean, it's just anyone's toy, really, isn't it? I mean, big boys can play with them, kids can play with them. I mean, there's no age or sex or race or anything like that. It's just like, if you enjoy doing it, you can do it. As long as you're having fun with it, that is all that counts. Yeah, Noah says the thing is with monster truck that everyone that is fortunate to have a monster truck will probably love everyone's monster truck. Yeah, I think you're right, Noah. The other thing is monster trucks are so expensive, it probably, you know, the idiots that leave all the mean comments, those sort of people just would never be able to build one or afford one, you know, they're just haters because they hate on their own life. And, you know, when someone's that negative, then they could never afford a monster truck, they could never build one. I mean, if you've got such a negative mindset, you're your own worst enemy. I mean, you can't have anything. Noah goes, if tickets were £10, you'd still need to sell at least 30,000 tickets. Yeah. Craig says he's have a ticket to win the Lambo. I mean, yeah, I will probably have to put like a little, to protect me butt, I'll have to put something on there where, like, if not enough tickets sell, then the winner would get like a share of like the tickets sold instead of the prize, you know. So Noah says he wants a GT3. Get the GT3 RS, Noah. That's the one I would get, but I'll definitely get him onto truck before a Porsche. I mean, the thing is with these fast cars, I mean, they're alright, but novelty soon wears off. Whilst the novelty of a monster truck, that's never going to wear off. Right, so we've got that there. So servo's going to come out anyway. So let's quickly change the servo now, so we've got that out of the way. So we've got 4 screws on top here. Do you support football, says Kenzie. No, I'm not a football person. It doesn't do anything for me at all. But, you know, the same as with any other hobby, if it puts a smile on your face, you go ahead and you do it. But for me, I've got zero interest in it, like absolutely zero. Farmer FPV says he'd buy 1,000 tickets. Do you still sell on eBay? Yeah, a little bit. Not as much as I used to, because I do so much other stuff now with YouTube and all that stuff. So not as much as I used to, but I still do a bit. I mean, I would say selling on eBay is definitely the best beginner hobby out of anything else out there. No, hobby, I mean business. I mean, when I started my eBay business, when I took it seriously, it only took about 4 months, I think it did, before I was making sort of job quitting money. YouTube, years and years and years, and it might never work at all. So, you know, if any of you guys thinking you want to make money online or something, I would definitely start with eBay. And YouTube, I'd say do that more as a hobby. And then if it turns into something good, bonus. Right, so next, we've got the perfect pass servos. That's what's going to go in there. I never thought that YouTube would be my job. I mean, it's just mad, you know, like getting paid to do your hobby. It's just crazy, isn't it? Mad. So I did take, when I moved over and put my focus onto YouTube, I took a massive pay cut. I made way more on eBay when I moved over to YouTube, but YouTube's just so much more fun, and I would choose fun over money any day. So, you know, as long as you make enough money to pay your bills, I would say doing what you enjoy, you know, especially that you spend most of your life doing it, I would say choose what makes you the happiest. All right, if you can afford to do what you do and it makes you the happiest, go with that. Right, so which way round did the servo go? I can't remember how it went now. Did it go on top? Like that. Yeah, I think it goes like that. Right. And next, we're going to put this metal servo arm on there. Some of the Traxxas used to come with plastic ones. They used to break almost straight away. Then you put a metal one on there, then the servo used to die. So I'm hoping I've never stripped any gears in the perfect pass servo. So we'll see how it holds up. Get the Armour monster truck. That doesn't appeal to me, that one. I mean, if I want to get a monster truck, I want to get a realistic one with a proper axles, like a Lossy LMT, something like that. Or the Raminator. I know the X-Max isn't a real monster truck, but I don't think it really tries to be. Right. So next we've got to take that off of there. Do you know if the Dodge Dart is going to get raffled for sure? It depends if enough tickets sell. So what we did on that one's that's not my car, it's my friend's car. And the thing on that is, if not enough tickets sell, I think 5,000 tickets have got to go on that one. That's not my raffle, it's on my friend's raffle website. Then the winner will get 50% of all the ticket sales. So, yeah. So you're either going to win the car or you're going to win some money. And the thing is, the less people that buy tickets, the bigger chance you've got of winning. So if not enough tickets sale, then you know you'll make less money than what the car's worth, but you've got a bigger chance of winning. So that's how that works for that. But that's all in the description. It's all in there. You're going to get people that complain, it's not fair, well, don't get any tickets in. And you can get a free ticket anyway. Get a free ticket and you can't lose. And people still complain, one thing I've learned in life, it doesn't matter what you do, someone is still going to complain. You can never, ever, ever keep everybody happy. Doesn't matter what you do in life, you know. If I make my videos, you get people that moan. If I make Traxxas videos, you get people that moan. If I bash stuff too hard and break it, then people moan that I break it. If I go easy on it and don't break it, then people moan that I'm making boring videos. You just can't win. You know, you do these competitions, people moan that they've got to pay for it. And then you give them a free option that they can win for free. And then they moan that they don't know how to do it for free. So you just can't win sometimes. So, you know, I try and please as many people as possible. But it's impossible to please everyone. It's just not possible. Right, how does this thing go back on like that, doesn't it? Yeah. You can never please everyone, no matter what you do. If I do only RC videos, people say they want to see my monster truck and Lambo videos. If I do more monster truck videos, then they moan that while I'm doing monster truck videos, they want to see RC videos. So you just can't win. Literally cannot win. Right, so that goes in there like that. And then we get one of Razzy's servos. There's a link to this servo down below in the description box. They are quite expensive, but I would say the best all-round servo. I don't think, you know, for a temp scale race, I'd put something in a little bit lighter and a little bit faster. But I mean, for like an all-rounder, for X-Maxes, crawlers, speed run cars, best all-round, if you waterproof, boats, this. I mean, that is the best servo I've ever used as like an all-rounder. Right, so now we need to centre off the servo. So I've got to dig out my servo tester here. Do you think Traxxas will do a solid axle truck to compete with the Raminator? Oh, I don't know. I mean, the more companies that make these things, the better. But, you know, I'm not brand loyal, so I don't care what brand makes it. You know, I've seen comments before where people say, oh, I wish Armour made a crawler. But I'm sort of thinking, why? You know, just buy a Traxxas one or an Axial one. You know, it doesn't really matter what brand it is. There's, you know, I'll just buy whichever one's the best. It doesn't matter to me what brand name's on there. Right. Right, so this servo tester, got a button there, neutral. So that puts the servo bang in the middle. So then we can go ahead and put the servo on as close to middle as possible, like that. And then we can go ahead and put the screw in to hold it on. However, I don't like to use these screws here because they round off really easily. So what I do, hold on 1 minute, I'll be back. I'll get one of these ones here. They're the same thread but different head. So that takes now, oh, hiccups. That takes an X size up Allen key driver, and it's also a deeper hole. That's what she said. So then when we Loctite that on there, if it decides to be a pig and not want to come out again later on, you can get more leverage on it this way. Get the Armour monster truck. A lot of you guys are saying to get the Armour monster truck. You know, if enough of you guys want to see it, I'll get one. You know, whatever you guys want, I'll do. But, you know, people say customers are always right, but as a whole, not as a singular. So if one person says get it, it doesn't really mean much. If one person complains about our videos, it doesn't mean much. If everybody complains, then maybe you've got a point and I've got to listen up. Right, so that is sitting there. Do we need spacers for that? You don't want the axle coming up and smashing into it. Maybe I did have somewhere. I needed a helping hand a little while ago. I couldn't find a decent one, and so many of you guys in the comments says to get one of these. You know, these are for soldering, so you can hold wires. And I've bought loads before from Amazon and eBay, and everyone I've ever bought sucked. This thing's the best one I've ever had. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you to all of you guys that sent me a link to this one here. Literally like 100 people told me to get this one. So, thank you guys for recommending it. Alright, I think I need some spacers. Oh, we've got 2 spacers there. And then I need some other sort of big washer to hold the servo on top. So, how are we doing this? I can't remember how we've done it now. Well, we can unplug that now because that's already screwed on. Get the R1 monster truck and make it 6S. Max V1 or V2. I've done a video on that actually, and they're both good really. The smaller one's a bit more clumsy, and the bigger one's a bit more stable, but it depends what you like. I mean, some people, they really don't like the X-Max because it's quite clumsy. But I really love the X-Max. I love the clumsiness of it. I think it makes it a bit more fun. So, you know, to those people that say, oh, it's clumsy and boring, well, they can get the XRT. But sometimes the clumsiness can make it a bit more fun. Alright, so now we got to screw that back in, and I don't want screws that are too long. So that one's definitely too long. Do you drive one-handed most of the time when making videos? I do both. Because I've got on my controller, look, I can put my phone in there and film with the controller while I'm doing it, or if I hold the GoPro, I'll do it one-handed, and I'll put a little screw on there so I can do it one-handed, look. So I'll do both. If I'm GoProing and getting the low-down shots, I'll be doing it one-handed. If I'm sort of hard bashing, I'll normally do it two-handed. X-Max is still king of RC, says Alan. Yeah, I agree, dude. Absolutely agree. It doesn't mean it's the best RC hands down, because best is subjective. It depends what the person likes. So, you know, it's the best RC for me. Oh, damn it. Don't be a pig. Don't battle me. If you start battling me, you might get a rage. Not what we want. Favourite crawler? Of everything that I've had, trx4. That in there. That in there. Hopefully these screws aren't too long. Hauler or G-Class? Both, dude, but the hauler, you can make it 8x8. Are there going to be any more Nitro crawler videos? Yeah, I've got to get back onto that. I mean, we've got the winter coming now, and I was going to make it a winter project for last year, but then we still ended up going out loads. It wasn't really that cold and miserable. XRT or X-Max? Depends if you want clumsiness or stability. I like the clumsiness of the X-Max. So it's all personal preference. I need a screw. That's what she said. Is that? What have we got going on here, man? What's going on here now? There's bits everywhere. Maybe we can just use that. Can we use that? There is another spacer. Is that on there? That on there? No, that's too long. Talking to myself, sorry. When will we make the RC toilet? Yeah, I've got to do that at some point. I've got another idea as well what I want to make, but I'm keeping it secret for now because I've done it before in the past where I've come up with an idea, I've said it on a live stream, and then someone else has beat me to it and done the same, and then I got round to doing it and someone goes, oh, you copied so and so. So now I tend to not really give away my ideas. Not that it's secret or anything, but it's not very nice when it's my idea and then you get accused of copying someone else who actually in fact copied me. That in there. Get in. Get in. That's what she said. Get in. What's your favourite smaller scale basher? That would be the SCX24, I think. Kev, I've got a drag car that's 120 mile an hour. Whoa. That's quick for a drag car, dude. Right, that is the perfect pass servo in. Get him in there like that. When's the next speed run video coming? Soon. So we're hopefully going to Santa Pod soon to use their drag strip. Right, so we've got clearance now from the axle, got clearance there. Yeah, brilliant. Look, everything clears, look. Right, so next. What do we do next? So next we've got to plug all this monstrosity back in. So we've got the perfect pass servo's got to go in there, but the lead's not long enough, which is good actually, because I like to put an extension piece in here because a servo you always kill on these. Perfect pass one, maybe not, it might last, but every time you kill a servo, you've got to undo all this, you've got to thread all this through, you've got all your grease seal on there, and it's bloody awful. So I put a little small extension lead in there, so you can just plug the servo in, and then when you want to change it, you just unplug it, you haven't got to keep going inside your receiver box. So, that can go through there. You've got a little wire clamp there to hold the wire, that's good. And then we've got to go around to here, and then we need a little extension lead to go into there. Hopefully we got a little sounder there. Lipo recommended for X-Max. Oh dude, there's so many good lipos. I mean, I'm really liking the Onyx lipos at the moment. They seem to be probably the most powerful. But I've had good results with Gens Ace. They seem good. Even Fluions I've had good results with. So but I'll say Gens Ace, Onyx, definitely can't go wrong with those. Power Hobbies, I've had good results with those as well. So best ones that I've used. Fluions, I've had mixed results. My friends have had troubles with them, but then mine have been alright. So I would say either go Power Hobby, Gens Ace, or Onyx. Right, I need an extension lead. What do you reckon, guys? Should we raffle it off? Would you guys get tickets for it? Right, so on here should be some extension leads. Yeah, perfect. Got that one there, look. It's quite handy when I'm doing little custom builds. Look, we've got all these different connectors there, loads of different nuts and bolts and screws. Got more screws up on the wall there. I mean, when you're doing these little custom projects, still got to do a video with that, look. There's a little flyer there, little plane, little biplane. Got to do a bit more work on the monster truck. I've done a bit of work on it the other day because now look, it's sitting level again. When we done the last show, it landed a bit sideways and I bent the sway bar. So we've adjusted that out again, made it sitting straight. Next up, I've got to change a 4-link bar. So I bent it. I mean, it was bent the other way. See, that's where it hit, where it landed on the bus, it bent it. So I was going to put a jack underneath it and jack it up. So I turned it round and the jack won't fit under it. I don't think it will straighten anyway. So I've got new ones to put on it, but I'm thinking for the Santa Pod show, you're always liable to bending these. So I want to try and straighten that one and just put that back on. Otherwise I'm just wrecking perfect arms all the time. That is that. I've got to get the tyres fixed. We've got a couple of punctures. That's come off the rims, look. Right, let's get this on. Let's get this on. Get that on there. So I've made myself a better tripod now, look. Before I had a little tabletop one on there, but now I've made this thing, and this thing goes massive. Look how tall that goes. That goes all the way up to the ceiling. So I can have it all the way down like that. Or I can have it all the way up like that. And I could have it even higher. It's got an extra section there, but I've locked it out because the first section is quite thin and it makes it a bit wobbly. But I could cut the cable tie off and have it another section again. So that's 2 sections high. That's 2 sections high. I think it'll go a bit more than that actually. It will. So that 2 sections high is almost up to the ceiling, and that will go up another section high. So what I can do, look, I'll put that there. Also, the trouble is with my last tripod that I used for filming, I never used it for live streams because to adjust the height on this one, you have to turn it to unlock it and pull it. So when I was doing live streams, every time I went to move to change the height, I had to go like this, and you lot were going dizzy. Whereas now with this new tripod, I can just move it up and down. I haven't got to twist it. And don't ask where I got it from. I made it. I mean, the actual stick itself is an Insta360. If anyone wants to know how to make it, this is an Insta360. That is just a normal tripod screwed to the bottom of it. This is another tripod that I modified. I cut a bit out of there so you can tilt the camera right down. And this used to be a tripod, but I modified it and turned it into one of these balls. So you can get a lot of these balls, but then you have to unscrew it and lock it. Whilst on this one, you can just push the button and it's quick. When you're filming, making videos, you want everything to be as quick and easy as possible. If you've got to mess around, the more you've got to mess around, the longer it takes, the less cool the footage you can get. Craig goes, you still getting your pilot's licence? Yes, I'm doing it at the moment. I've done 2 lessons and I've got another lesson next week. Alright, so we've got that extension piece there now. So now, something that Raz taught me, when you're not sure which way around that plugs into the receiver, black out. So black on the outside. Not always, but 9 times out of 10. Every now and then it might be the other way around, but almost always black out, black on the outside. Or brown. Sometimes it's brown, so brown out. You can remember it that way as well. Right, so black out. So channel number 1 is always steering. On these Traxxas, you get 2 channel number 1s. Because some Traxxas have got 2 steering servos. So, oh, hold on, I've got to put it through here first. What's the 8-wheel rig you have on your desk? It's a Traxxas hauler, been modified to 8-wheel drive and 4-wheel steer. And Jason built it for me pretty much. And there'll be a video on that soon. We're taking that out soon. Right. So now we got that. That's where the servo can plug into. So now we need to get the speed controller next. And the speed controller will go next to it. When's the UDR coming back out? We were just talking about that a minute ago, dude. You guys saying you want to win it on a raffle, so we'll probably have to get that out again soon. Will you please post Orlando Hunter video? Which one's the Hunter? I've got the short course one. I've still got to build it though. I've got 2 of them actually. Favourite real car, says Kenzie. My favourite real car is a 1964 Beetle. Martinez says, hey Kev, hello dude. How are you? Right, so that is in there. All right, so that is going to be in channel 2 for throttle. So you see this one's brown. So you remember brown out, brown on the outside. Right, that's in there. Next up, I'll have to plug it in and make sure I've got the shifter in the right place. I don't want to put the lid back together and I've done it wrong. Alright, so that. Oh, come on, work. Work. Kenji says, beautiful car. Yeah, I agree, dude. Absolutely beautiful car. 1964 Beetle. I mean, I haven't got any space to keep it at the moment. Alright, so we've got to bind it. So, if I remember correctly, you hold the link button and then plug that in. Come on. Alright, so that's flashing. That's in bind mode. And then you hold the set button on the controller, turn that on. Right, we're bound. So now to make sure that it's actually working, I've got to plug in the servo. So let's plug that in. Right way would help. Right, there we go, we got that. And then trim, get that centered off. There we go. Man, that perfect pass servo's got some power. Look at that, it's moving the whole thing. Jeez. Well, that's the throttle, so that's working. That's good. Alright, so now obviously, well, this used to be the diff locks, but we're no longer using those, so that's no longer used. This is the shift. So, what we're going to do is plug this servo into one of the spare ports and hope that it's a shift. And if it isn't, just move it along till it is. Alright, so that in there. Come on. Alright, so let's try the first slot. Oh, look at that. First slot, it works. Boom. Right, we've got low gearing and fast gearing. There we go, that works. Right, and then next, where the diff lock servos would normally go into, where is it? I just want to see what port it is. So the next one. Yep. Right, so the next channel up, that there's normally for the diff locks. And then the other diff lock would normally go to that one, I believe. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug in this wire here from the ESC, because you can program it to have two different modes in that. So let's see if it behaves first. So yeah, so look, see now, look, we've got drag brake. So that is going to be perfect for crawling, look. So if this switch is in that position, we've got drag brakes. We put it into this position, no drag brakes. So when you're crawling, you want drag brakes to work. You want it to hold on a slope. But then when you're going fast and doing speed runs, because this is my speed crawler, I want to be able to, well, drag brakes is going to make it just flip over forward. Sweet. Did you close on your Isle of Man home, Kev? Nearly. On the verge of. There's a couple of little things we've got to sort out first. But it should be in the next few days. There's a couple of little minor things. Like the chimney. It's got an external chimney on it. And it's a tiny little bit too tall for what the planning says. It's one of the things. We've got to get that sorted out. I'm not that bothered, really. I can sort it out myself. And the other one was like a little slight discrepancy on the map where the border is. But it's only like, it's nothing really. So once that's sorted, I'll pay for it and it'll be mine. And then I can go over there and start moving some RC gear in there and getting set up in there. I'll still be coming back to UK all the time to see all my friends and family. So you're still going to have all the same crew on the channel. I mean, you know, friends and family, that's worth everything. So I'm going to have to come back and see them like all the time. There's no way I'm leaving my friends and family behind. Dan Bearded RC Adventures in the house. How you doing, dude? Long time no see. Alright, now we'll get all this back together again, now that we know it all works. Scott says he can't wait to see videos over there. Yeah, I mean, I think it's only going to help the channel because there's going to be videos still here as well and in the Isle of Man as well. And for you guys that like crawler content, Isle of Man is just RC crawler heaven. I've never seen anywhere in the world that is so diverse with crawling. It's just so many different areas. I mean, you probably get the same sort of areas here in the UK, but they're spread out a lot more. You probably, you know, to get all the rocks, I probably have to drive like for 4 hours. And then to get the sand, you've got to drive somewhere else. Whilst the Isle of Man, everything's sort of within a few minutes. And I don't know what's going on with that. What's going on with that? Why does that not want to go back on? Just have to force it. I'm good, thank you, Dan. Right, that on there. That on there. Yeah, Spencer says those crawler spots look next level. They are, dude. The thing I like about the Isle of Man is like all the different sort of terrains. Like you literally go around one bend and it looks like you could be in a different country. And you know, you get all that in the UK as well, but everything's a lot more spread out. Whilst on the Isle of Man, you can literally go around the corner and it feels like you're in a completely different place. So like, you know, the area that I live in, I live near London, everything within sort of like 2 hours from here, everything looks exactly the same. Everything looks the same. There's not really any difference. Whilst on the Isle of Man, if you want something to look a bit different, you literally drive about 1 or 2 minutes and it looks completely different. So for a video point of view, that's going to be so perfect because every location is going to just be so different and unique, and it's just going to keep everything looking interesting. Dan says tap the like button if you haven't already. Yes, listen to the man. So Dan also does RC videos, so check out his channel. For X-Max is 5,000 milliamps okay. Yeah, perfect. I don't like to go too big on the X-Max because the bigger you go, the heavier it gets, and the heavier it gets, the more stuff you break. So people tend to think that I break stuff on purpose on my channel, and occasionally, but not really. You know, when I say it's getting it now, then it's just getting it, isn't it? But really, the goal is to make stuff as durable as possible and have it lasting as long as possible. That is almost always my goal. My goal is to take the car home working, but push it right to the limit. So that is normally my goal. Although occasionally we do get carried away, it's like, it's getting it now, and then it just goes until it doesn't go anymore. But normally the goal is just to make it last as long as possible. Right, that is back together again. We've got the crawler back to how it should be. We've got the battery box back up there where it should be. So that battery can sit in there. So Gen's Ace I got in there. Really good batteries. I'll tell you what I do have to do though. I've got to cut the end of this off because it's a bit, well actually I might leave it. It's a bit tight. But it does flex, so no, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. It goes in, doesn't it? Yeah, perfect. Right, that's in. That's all in. That's all in. That's hanging off a bit there. So we might fix that in a minute if I've got a spare part. I don't think I have though. So make sure it all works. Steering works. Throttle works. Drag brake works. Drag brake off works. Reverse works. Yep, all works. Right, next, how are we doing for time? Yeah, probably got another hour. Getting hungry, not eating nothing yet today. Let's have a bit of chicory. So a quick little waffle with you lot. Quick little waffle and a chicory drink. Guys, chicory is like the best. It tastes so good. For you guys that are into coffee, I used to drink loads of coffee, but I drank too much of it. I used to drink so much, it made my heart beat funny and I couldn't sleep properly. I used to drink it like water. All I drank was like 15 cups of coffee a day. And it just didn't really feel that healthy. So I moved over to chicory. It's organic. It's made from a chicory plant and it just uses the roots. It tastes sort of similar-ish to coffee, a bit caramelly. There's no sugar in there. It's completely healthy. You can drink as much of it as you want, and it's just healthy. The more you drink, the better it is for your health. So, brilliant stuff. Got to eat, my guy. Yeah, got to eat, but I've been doing a lot of fasting because I was starting to get a big belly. I mean, it's gone a lot now, look. This was getting big. This was like to here. I had some proper moves going on. So, I've been doing a lot of fasting and only eating once a day. And it's just gone away, pretty much. Still a little bit more's got to go, but Dan goes, coffee is good in moderation. Well, everyone's different, aren't they? I mean, everyone's built different as well. But the trouble is, if I drink one coffee, then I just want to drink more. So, yeah, for me, it's better to just not have any at all. What's your favourite Tamiya RC car? It's got to be my first Tamiya RC car. That's a Tamiya Manta Ray. Are you going to, David Roberts says, are you going to build an RC replica of Andy the Landy? I want to. If you go back and watch my Fam Jam video, it's quite a recent video over on the main channel. If you go, it's only a few videos ago, the one with a big jump in the background. If you go near the end of the video, we've done a bit of crawling. And it's got someone on there that built it's like a Series 3 Defender or Land Rover thing, whatever it's called. And he made it out of biscuit tins, and that thing looks epic. Thoughts on the new Pro Boat jet boat? I don't know, I haven't really seen it yet, dude, but I am talking to my buddy about building a real jet boat. You know, like the one that Cletus McFarlane built? I want to build one like that. So, I mean, I want to build one anyway, and I think my mate wants to build one, so I think we might get 2 of them and start building them. But I started watching some of Cletus's videos, how he built it. There's quite a lot of work involved, but I don't know, I think it'll make good. You guys liked the monster truck build content, so I want to start building some more big stuff. You know, this channel has been mainly RC focused for the past few years, but I want to get more into building sort of like stuff you can get in. Because, you know, it's got pros and cons. With RC, the biggest con is you're not in it, which can be a pro, by the way, because you don't get hurt. But for me, the big part of the fun is actually being inside it. You know, RC monster trucks are fun, but being in the real one is just next level. So, you know, same with RC planes, they're fun, but to be in it is just next level. So with RC, that is that one element that's missing. You're not inside it. You're missing that actual pure feeling of being in it and being thrown around. You're sort of missing that buzz. But on the flip side, RC is a lot more convenient. You know, I can just be wrenching it on the bench here while I'm talking with you guys. It's cheaper. When you're bashing with RCs, you can have 10 of you out. You're all chatting with each other while you're doing it. It's easier to transport. You don't need loads of space. You don't need big workshops. You don't need big tools. You just need little tools like that. All got pros and cons, but I love all of it. But I want to get back into more of the bigger stuff as well. So, yeah, I want to get a real plane. So an extra 300. I want to get one of those. That'll probably be the next toy. And then building a jet boat, that would be epic, wouldn't it? I want to make Andy Landy a little bit better, so that's going to be a project. I want to put a new chassis on it, galvanised chassis, extreme suspension kit, put a roll cage on there. Scott goes, every boat you get Stempy destroyers. Yeah, he destroyed the last 2. That video's out soon. What's your favourite weld project? Oh, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean a weld project? You mean like welding up a monster truck chassis? I don't know. Joe goes, hello from Massachusetts. I always say that name wrong. I always say that wrong. Gets me every time. Stempy the Destroyer. Do you know what? Max is worse. If you go back and watch my last boat video, I let Max have a go. He slammed it straight into the dock. Oh my God. He just broke it in half. Fiberglass everywhere. That thing was toast. And oh boy, did he get some hate in the comments. I mean, I think what it was Max crashed my boat, smashed it to pieces. And I was like, oh no, then Max goes, could be worse, could be mine. It did not go down well in the comments. I mean, I know exactly what I'm letting myself in for. If I hand that controller to Max, I know, I'm fully aware what might happen. So, it was all good. It was all for good content. Get Landy on some 44 Swampers. Oh, I might build another one with bigger tyres. I mean, 37s are big enough on there. It's got to be still streetable-ish. Stemp is funny, but Max isn't. Some people really love Max, some people don't. But that's the thing when you're controversial, like Trump, innit? When you're controversial, some people are going to love him, some people are going to hate him. But I tell you what, though, if Max did more YouTube, he's going to be really successful. Because the more haters you've got, the more successful you're going to be. I used to have so many haters, and that's when my channel grew the quickest. So the more haters you can have, I think, look at Whistling Diesel. So many haters, and his channel's just going woof. So, you know, as long as you're not mean to people directly, get more haters, the better. We need to get the RC toilet going. Yeah, I know. Spencer said loves Max's energy. Yeah, I mean, I love Max on the channel. He's a great addition. Loads of energy. He's good at building RCs. He loves RCs. He's savage at driving and makes for some funny content. So I know it's not to everybody's cup of tea. We need more. 8S Steve needs more content. Yeah, we need to get more 8S Steve. The trouble is 8S Steve normally works in the week. And I tend to like going out on a weekday because you know, on the weekends the skate park's always full of people. Whilst if we go on a weekday, then we can get to go on the skate park more. But Steve's normally got to work on the week. Hey, Adam says the local shop has my videos playing. Nice one. When you move to Isle of Man? Soon, dude. Very soon. This house sale goes through. It's on the verge of going through any minute now. So as soon as that goes through, then, well, book a ferry and head over there. Oh, pardon me, how rude. Does Tiny work all week? Normally he does, yeah. Tiny normally works in the week. RC duck on 8S, oh dear. So pumped for you, says Mike. Hey, thanks, dude. Levy says, what was the overall cost of the monster truck? The truck alone was about 250 grand, but then you need all the spares, and I still got to buy a hauler. So you're probably, if you want to build one and get into the sport properly, it's going to probably end up being about 500k, I would imagine. But you can do it cheaper. I mean, second-hand trucks come up that were a lot cheaper. Right, fun housing first. So I need to change the shaft. So let's first think about this. How are we best going to do it? I'll get that back down so you can see what's happening. So I've got to get the diff out to get the diff lock out. But I've also got to get the shaft out. So, but then to get this screw top and bottom, I need to get a screwdriver to there. So maybe if we disconnect the axle from here, let's get that out of there for a minute. Oh, start a new pot so don't start mixing up screws. How much are the tyres for the monster truck? They're about 2 to 3 grand each, roughly. Of all your RCs, what's your ultimate favourite? Well, I've got 2 ultimate favourites. X-Max for everyday use. Raminator is the ultimate fun at the time when it's working, but it's a lot more wrenching. And it's so heavy you can't use it everywhere. Do you have any videos of the Streamline RC boat coming up? Is that the jet boat I've already got? If it is, then I want to take it out soon. Awesome skate park in Isle of Man. There's a few skate parks in the Isle of Man. Right, so that, why does it not tilt more? What's stopping that from tilting? Stopping that from tilting. Get that. Oh, that's all of it. Right. Can we get to that? Alright, cool, we can get to that. I think we need to take both ends off here, because to get the diff out, you've got to pull out the drive shafts. We'd love to see you Monster Jam here in Canada. I mean, I might do something in America at some point. I'm thinking about building another truck and leaving it in America. And then I can just fly over, do shows in America and fly back and have someone look after the truck and sort of revenue share. Would you be interested in an RC bigger than the Raminator? Yeah, if they made one, why not? But I think it's really going to start. I think the Raminator really is on that maximum size. It just fits in my car, like just. Any bigger is going to be just so much more difficult to work on and move around it. But yeah, I mean, if they've done one, sure, I'd get one. Plans are coming to US for a meet-up. I might come to US at some point. I've been there a few times before. Not for RC though, just for holiday. Right, so that has got a broken drive shaft in there, so that is out. So you've got to pop that shaft out of there. And, oh, I've forgotten, but there is actually an O-ring in there to keep the water out. So we're going to have to assemble that again slightly differently. Right, remember that. Right, next, this side's got to come off. You should get a house in United States. Well, I did want to move to the United States at one point. But the trouble is, it's getting worse over there, the same as the UK, you know, that's why I want to leave the UK, because it's getting worse and worse. And America, sadly, at the moment, is getting worse and worse as well, without going into politics, because I know nobody really cares. So, you know, I'm a believer that you've got to go where, you know, if you watch a Nomad Capitalist, he says you've got to go where you're treated best. And I don't think you get treated that well in America, and you don't get treated that well in the UK. So I think you got to go somewhere where you get treated well. And I think the Isle of Man, they do treat you well there. I mean, I want to go somewhere where it's fair taxes and low crime. And the crime in the UK is just going up and up and up and up. And the same in America, the crime's just going up and up and up. It's mad. It's getting crazy. It's just getting worse and worse. I dread to think in a few years how it's all going to pan out and end. So I think the only way really is to get out. So as much as I love America, I'd love to live there. But it's becoming less and less safe, and crime's just going up and up and up and up. That's the Isle of Man. It's fair taxes. You know, people think I'm trying to dodge taxes. I mean, I'm trying to avoid paying excessive tax. It works out I'm paying over 65%. I mean, the more I work, the more they take. There's like literally no incentive to work hard because they take it all. And, you know, I don't think that's fair personally. Some people think it is fair that I pay so much. That's fine. They're welcome to their opinion, but it's me. I'm the one that's paying it, and I don't think it's fair. So I'd rather move somewhere where they give you your safety and you pay fair tax. How's this all going to come apart? Right, so now that out. Right, so that's only got to come out that far. Right, that's good. So now we can did some research on taxes in the UK. Wow, says Spencer. Yeah, people give me a rough time that I want to avoid taxes. If you had to pay as much tax as I had to pay here, you'd want to leave as well. It's just ridiculous. It's mad. Absolutely mad. It's like even if you make millions, you still haven't got much left. It's just all gone. Vote Kevin for president. Oh man, no way. Yep, Australia the same there, same in Canada. Just getting worse and worse and worse. And, you know, I think all you can do is vote with your feet. That is literally all you can do. Vote with your feet. Oh. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Someone just said depends where you live in America. Yeah, it's the same in the UK. Depends where you live. But the thing is, on the Isle of Man, just everywhere is safe. Like, you can just leave your car unlocked. You can leave your house unlocked. You know, in the Isle of Man, you can leave your car unlocked, you can leave your wallet in your car on display, and no one's going to take it. I mean, where else can you do that? You can walk around any street, any time of night, on your own, without the threat of being mugged. Women haven't got the threat of being raped. It's just, you just feel safe. You know, and safety is such a big thing to happiness. Like here, if I got a big shop here out in the farm, on a farm somewhere, I'd be a sitting duck. It'd just be literally waiting to be robbed. It's not a matter of if, it's literally going to be a matter of when. I'd need dogs, I'd need security, I'd need everything. Which is crazy, and the police don't really do anything. They don't care. So, you know, you got to go where you're treated best. And for me, Isle of Man sort of seems the best compromise. You know, you're treated well, taxes are fair, they look after the place. People that live there, they respect each other, and they respect the place where they live at. You know, like here in the UK, no one cares. People just throw litter all over the floor, all rubbish everywhere, graffiti everywhere, vandalism everywhere. It's just getting worse. You've got all these illegal immigrants coming in, just making it worse and worse and worse, and there's no sign of that slowing down. We had record numbers coming in the other day, and all my tax money's got to pay for it. None of them want to work. You know, if they come over to work, it wouldn't be so bad, but they just come over and they get free house, free food, free money, free everything. Whereas I've got to work my butt off and got to give it all away to pay for it. Right, so now, I'm just getting rid of the actual diff here. And I'm going to replace it with this, which is a spool that goes inside. Has your shop ever been broken into? No, I mean, I'm crazy on the security here. I'm not complete overkill. I've got a security team literally just down the street. If someone tried to break in here, within a minute, there'd be people here. So it'd be hard for someone to get away with it here. Oh, the man, though, you don't need all that. You just leave it unlocked. Nothing's going to go. My old workshop got broken into. I'd snap-on tools in there. That all went missing. That all went. Same here in New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand's going the same. If any of you care to look, there's literally, whoever the World Economic Forum, WEF, they get their hands on a certain country and it all has the same fate. It goes down the pan. So, you know, people call me conspiracy theorist for even suggesting that, but, you know, any of you guys that want to look into it, you look into it. All the info's out there. I'm not going to go into it here. We're talking fun stuff here, really. What is the best cooler for money? Probably the RGT from Banggood. They've got one with portals and one without portals. Both are really good. You will own nothing and be happy, so they say. Yep, that's what old Klaus Schwab says. You will own nothing and be happy. And that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to do it in America, in Australia, New Zealand, Canada. It's the same. All the same. I think the only way out is to escape. I think that is the only way to escape it, just to leave. Leave those countries that do all that stuff. Right, so that is that part. Let's get you closer so you can see what's going on. Got the new tripod here, so I might as well use it, mightn't I? Someone said Trump 2024. I don't trust any of them, dude. I don't trust any of them. Alright, so now that on there. And then it comes with new screws with Loctite already on there, so we might as well put those back in. Wish I had a TRX6. Well, get one, dude. Get one. I know often people say I can't afford it. Dude, you're online, man. There's so many ways of making extra money online. I mean, I get people that say I can't afford this and I can't afford that. And it's just nonsense, really. I mean, that is the way that the system brings you up. That you got to do well at school, get in debt at college, get a job. That's what the system wants you to do. But the trouble is, you do what the system wants you to do, you stay poor. So you've got to think outside the box. And if you look at all the people that are successful in life, normally, 9 times out of 10, they do their own thing. But, you know, really, there's never been so easy than to make money as it is today. It's just so easy nowadays. You go online, there's thousands and thousands of ways that you can make money. Just with your phone. Just with your phone. You know, people sit there all day playing on their phone, moaning that they got no money. And it's like, dude, you've got a phone in your hand. You've got access to all the information, like, over the whole world in your palm of your hand. You can find out for free how to run any business, how to make any money-making idea work, all from your phone. There literally is no excuse. And people go, but I haven't got the money. Well, there's a lot of ways to make money online that require no money in. There's literally no excuses. Basically, if you say you can't afford something, you're just too lazy to go out there and figure out how to do it. It's pretty much what you're saying. And I've got zero sympathy for any of that. I mean, I know you can't, it's not really your fault because you're brought up that way to, you know, I'm not talking to anyone specifically, I'm talking to everyone as a whole here. We're all brought up to do what the system wants us to do. So, but you've got to snap out of it. So the minute you know that there's another way, like now, for example, because I'm telling you, there's another way where you can go out there and make money off the internet. So then, if you don't act on it, and you still sit there and you complain and say you've got no money, you haven't really got any excuse, really. I mean, you're just too lazy to go out there and make more money, really, is what you're saying. Literally no excuse. Never in history has it been so easy as it is today to make money online. It's just the easiest thing. I mean, it's going to require work. It's not just clicking a few buttons. It's not get rich quick or anything like that. I mean, you're going to have to work, but it's easily doable. Give it time. All the info's out there, what you need to learn. So if any of you guys out there, I don't know, want like an X-Max and can't afford it, just get online and make some money and buy one. That's it. That's all you got to do. Right, so now, oh, actually, I think I've done that wrong. Let's pull that out again. So it comes with this little stopper here. And you've got to put that in the hole where the diff lock cable used to go through. If you forget to put it in, all dirt's going to get in there and mess your diffs up. And then you get a little C-clip that it comes with. It's probably going to fly across the workshop as I try and put it on. But I've got a spare one. I've got the one that came off the original cable. So, no. Kev, you're right, they don't want critical thinkers. But the thing is, the system will only work because there's people that go to work, you know, go to college, they learn everything, and then they go and get a job with someone else. And they spend their whole entire life working for their boss, making the boss rich. But, you know, if you think, if everybody, damn it, if everybody worked for themselves and nobody wanted to work for anybody else, the whole system wouldn't work. So you need people to work for other people for the system to work. So if too many people suddenly try and work for themselves, the whole thing's going to come collapsing down. Oh, this is so fiddly. Right, I'm going to have to move this camera out of the way. I'm trying to do it with this thing in the way and it's just not happening. Scott goes, go to Kev's class to learn how to make money. Don't talk, act. There you go. I mean, I get some people, they don't want to work for themselves. I fully get that. I fully get that. Some people, they just want to work 9 till 5, go home and forget about... Oh, I fell off again. This is the most fiddliest thing going. People want to go home, put their feet up, put the television on, have a beer, and just forget about work. I'll get it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want more, you have to get off your butt and make more happen. Oh, come on, man. Go on. Why won't it go on? Ah. Get on there, man. I know what you're saying. Take the gloves off. It's coming off. Don't worry about that. But that's not the problem, the glove, because I can get it over the first bit. Right, I'll quickly just show you what I'm doing. So I've got to get that E-clip. You see that E-clip there? I've got to clip that over. Trouble is, the minute I get this near it, it's slightly magnetic and it pulls it off. Ah, man, I need some stainless steel ones that are not magnetic. That's what I need. Ah. Oh, we've got some other pliers that are hopefully not magnetic. Maybe that one. Please don't be magnetic. Ah, come on. Man, why are you so fiddly? Come on. Right, we're on. Right, we're on. No rage yet. No, we're on. Right, that is on. New glove on. Right, let's get this back round. Best brand to work on. I like working on Traxxas, man. That's what I find the easiest. Some people find the armours the easiest, but I don't find the armours that easy. I find them quite difficult. Right, that in there. And then I'll get some grease. Well, stay there, damn it. Stay. Stop flopping. Stay. 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 Right, back a minute, get some grease. Do 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 do. Kev's got gloves off, look out. Right. What have we got to scoop it out with? That'll do, won't it? The old battery cover. Okay, get that all in there. I'm probably putting a bit too much in there, but if water ever decides to get in there, it's better to have more grease in there than water. Yeah, that'll do. Remember when Kev couldn't put the motor and mount from an Outcast, I believe? Ha, maybe. You should get Tamiya Semi. Yeah, maybe. I was thinking about getting one for a laugh and making it 6S and taking it to a skate park. Right, that on there. Clean the mess off. And then we've got to put these 4 screws back in the rear. That's what she said. Come to America and bring the monster truck. I've been talking about that, dude, but it won't be my truck. I'll build a new one out there. That in there, that in there, that in there. Right. I've not been doing too much ugger-duggering on here because they're all small screws and it's easy to strip them. Right, that in there, that one in there. That in there. Right, talking to myself here for a minute. I should be talking to you guys really, shouldn't I, eh? Look who made it back. Yeah, we're back on the live streams. When are you going to start on your PPL? You're on about the flying lessons? I've started, dude. I've had 2 lessons. I've got another lesson next week. Idea is to get a plane, then I can fly from England to the Isle of Man really quickly. If I could do it in a stunt plane, people are trying to put me off because they're quite expensive to fly, but it would take about 50 minutes to get from here to the Isle of Man. If you do it by car and ferry, it's like all day. Right, that's that back on. So now we can slide this drive shaft back in. Hold on, we've got to turn and align the drive shaft with the diff, which it has. That's in. Are you still using that same small screen to read from? It's not that small. Look, I'm doing it on there, look, on the old iPad. I mean, it is a bit small, to be fair, but it's not that bad. It's better than when I used to look on the phone. No, don't battle me. Do not battle me. Don't you think about it. Don't battle. No, go in. Go in the hole. That's it, we're going in. When you move, can I come work there? Well, I will be looking for people to work. I'm going to need a mechanic. But, you know, an all-round mechanic that can do everything. You know, I need someone that can weld. You know, good at... Basically just good at everything. You know, can work on cars, RC cars. Can weld, can make parts. You know, just generally just good at that sort of stuff. And then I need someone just to sort of, like an office person to deal with all the emails and sponsorships and someone to send off, you know, like the raffle prizes and stuff. You know, someone to do all that sort of stuff. I've got my brother already editing some of my videos and he's quite tempted to move over there. But he's got a couple of years left that he wants to spend on his Narrow boat. So maybe in a couple of years' time, I'll get my brother on board if he wants to. Alright, so now we need to take this out of here. I think I've got to get this... How does that come out of there? I've got to take this whole cover off. I can't remember. If I take this off, will that bearing just pop out? Let's try. I can't remember if it does or not. My dream job is actually to work on monster trucks. I don't know if you say that if you start doing it. I mean, it's all fun in the shop. Building the monster truck in the shop, brilliant fun. Fixing it, especially when they start getting more dirty and muddy and greasy and bolts getting rounded off and things. And when you're at a show and you're at a rush to do it and it's raining and all that stuff, then I can't imagine that being much fun at all. Right, so now I've got to try and get that out. Will that come out? I'm hoping I can just pull that bearing out with all this attached to it. Yes! Brilliant. Exactly what I wanted. Right, so now that is seized on. It's going to be, isn't it? When is Slash coming out? I don't know. I'll have to get it out at some point though, because it's been a while. Man, is that rusted on or what? What's going on here? Man, what? Oh, hold on, idiot. I'm doing it the wrong way. What an idiot. Doing it the wrong way. Who noticed that? What's your favourite crawler? TRX4, dude. Right, get that pin out of there. Get that little thing here, whatever that's called, out of there. Get the broken metal out of there. This is probably one of the only upgrades that you want to do on your TRX4. These are the upgraded portal gears. It does say that you need to upgrade all the gears in there. However, you don't. All you got to do is buy that part there, put it in, because sometimes when you're bashing, when you steer to lock, the drive shaft snaps it off. So, oh, didn't actually need that old barrel. Got a new one in here. Alright, so put this little thing in. I don't know what this little thing is called. Is it called a barrel? So that in there. That in there. That in there. Look, it all fits. So I know they tell you it doesn't fit, but it does. And then the bearing back over the top that holds the pin in. And then this whole lot in there. See, look, it's in. All the gears in there are stock, apart from this heavy-duty bit in there. That's the only bit you need. Do you like Techno? I've never had one, but they are pretty good, aren't they? I mean, for me, they're like a budget racer. They happen to be fairly good at bashing. So I think if I was racing, I'd probably pick Kyosho or one of the other brands. I don't think... I might be wrong, but I never thought of Techno as being... I always thought of Techno as being like a cheap racing brand. I might be wrong, though. I mean, I've never had one, so I should probably get one and give it a little blast and see how it does. Camera is stuck. Oh. Right. It says camera is stuck because the battery's getting flat on the phone. Right. Let's plug you into my adaption. Got a little adaption here, so we plug that in. Otherwise the battery's going to die. Right. Are we back? Are we back? Hello? Are we back? Yep, we're back. We're back. Cool. Right. Right, so we got these back in there. That's that done. So look, and it all turns perfectly. Right, I've done a little upgrade in there. If you take your... Oh, I've got a bloody hair that keeps floating in front of my eyes. Bugger off. So, in here is a hole, obviously. And that shaft goes into that hole. However, the hole is a lot bigger than the shaft. So, water goes in there and it fills up your diffs. Absolutely fills them up. So, I put an O-ring in there. But it's a little bit fiddly to fit them. And every time you pull this out, you've got to undo all this and reset the O-ring. Because if I was just to push this shaft all the way in, the O-ring would just push in and fall into the diff. What knife do you use as everyday minimalist? One of these things here, look, little cheapo. Is that a TRX6 on the back? Yes, but this one's 8-wheel drive now. It's 8x8. And it's got 4-wheel steering. Jason at Redfin done the upgrade for me, and there'll be a video on that soon. How does the Isle of Man weather compare to England? Fairly similar. It rains on average 2 days more a month, but if it does rain, you can just drive 5 minutes up the road and then the sun's out. So, you know, for bashing, for example, you can just look on the map, see where it's sunny, and just go there. Right, so now in there is an O-ring. I've got to try and get it out. There. So now what I've got to do, you get the O-ring, put the O-ring over the drive shaft. Actually, no, tell a lie. first you've got to put this on. That on first. Then, can you see what I'm doing here, by the way, guys? Can you see what's going on? If you've got a TRX4, you've got to do this if you go in water, otherwise your axles will just fill up. This will stop almost all the water getting in. So that on first, then the O-ring over the shaft like that. Then, this is where it gets fiddly. You've got to try and get all this contraption here back together again. So now you've got to try and push that O-ring back in there like that. And it's gone wrong already. And you really want to do it last minute. You really want to push that O-ring on last minute. Otherwise, you're just going to push it all the way in the end and it's going to fall in. You want this really to stay... Oh, damn it. I'm going to have to move this camera because you're in the way. You're in the way. I'm going to put you here. You can look down. It's so fiddly. So fiddly. And having you in the way doesn't help. Right, so now I've got to get this O-ring and try and push that in the end like that. Right, in. Then get this piece. You've got to be really careful because it's so easy to make it all pop out again. That's what she said. On there. Now, you've got to make sure that this doesn't fall out, otherwise you've got to start again. If this falls out of there, you've got to do it again. And then what does help is if you get an Allen key that's got a ball on the end, then you can do it at an angle. Because normally you'd screw this on first and then put this on after. But because the O-ring's in there, you can't. That's a better perspective, is it? Is that a better view? What camera view do you guys like the most? Let me know in the comments. What is the best camera view? Visited any hobby shops on the Isle yet? No, there's not any. Isle of Man doesn't have a hobby shop. However, my friend Rob is thinking about setting one up. That's the thing when you move somewhere else. Not everything's going to be guaranteed to be better. You know, every country's got its pros and cons. And I think you just got to weigh up the pros and cons and see what suits the individual the most. I think Isle of Man for me is perfect because it's still relatively close to here where all my friends and family are. When I get my own plane, I can just fly over and see everyone in like 50 minutes. Even if I drive and take a ferry, it's about 8 or 9 hours. Not massively bad. Right, so now I can put this back in and I've got to turn it to locate with a diff. And in a minute I've got to do exactly the same again but on the rear one. Hopefully it's going to line up and go in, which it has. Boom. Right, you want up close. Was the up close the best one, was it? Oh, I'm all tangled up with a power bank now. We've got power bank tangling up. There. Let's put it there. Is that all right there? Is that good? You should open a shop, Kev. No, not for me. Not for me, dude. I love playing with RCs, but I wouldn't want to own a shop. Did you break the Summit differential? I think I have, yeah. I haven't fixed it yet. Is that one in? Yeah, that's in. We've got that in there. Of course, everything is fiddly. This is fine, but closer. Oh, no, you're not going to get any closer. If I put you closer, you're going to be in my way. If I put you any closer, that's all you'll see. You'll just see elbow. Right. Now, put the drive shaft back on. That in there. That in there. Will says I should hook up with RC Man and do an RC business. No, it's not on my radar to do a hobby store, dude. Not on my radar at all at the moment. I've got other business ideas, you know. My passion is monster trucks, so I want to do something related to that, really. I mean, RC is a passion of mine as well, but you know what makes me go all warm and fuzzy and gives me goosebumps on my arms and makes the hair on my back of my neck stand up. That's monster trucks. Monster trucks is my destiny, so it's going to be something monster truck related. You know, if I'm really going to focus all my energy into a new business. And I love RCs, don't get me wrong, but monster trucks is really what does it for me. Right, that's that done. Now we've got to do the back. And hopefully the back's going to be quicker. Yeah, the back should be quicker, shouldn't it? Right, well, let's do that. I really want to go home in a minute because I'm getting hungry. Right. So we'll have to take these here out. What a mess on this bench. What a mess. How does it move? Right, I've lost some parts. What's going on here? Does it all move? Right, we move. Right, we're good. We'll find those missing parts in a minute. So we need to... I'm trying to think what's easiest so I'm not making extra work for myself. So these out. Kev, what do lock differentials look like? That there. I'll just put the front one in. They're going to put the back one in. TRX4 Sport actually comes with the locked up differentials already. I mean, unlocking diffs are cool, but if you're going to be doing a lot of water and bashing and stuff, and you just want it to be reliable, I mean, I always used it fully locked anyway. I never bothered unlocking them. So it's just a pointless feature to have. It's just more to go wrong. Do you use the monster truck as an advertising expense? Well, the monster truck is owned by my business. So, you know, not really. No, I can't claim back off of it because it's already owned by my business. All right, so now I've got to take these off. That off. That off. It's better, anything that you use for business, it's better that your business owns it, really. Not that I'm giving you financial advice, I'm not legally allowed to, but, you know, from my opinion, if you're using it for business, then it's probably better that the business owns it. Right, so that out. That side. That one out. Is this side. Keep the sides together so we don't get mixed up. And then now we can take, this one's going to be a lot quicker. This one's going to be loads quicker, this side. We've done the hard bit. We're nearly done. Oh, we're going to try it out on the carpet in a minute. Once we've got it done, make sure the steering works, make sure it drives nice. We do a little hill climb, make sure that that drag brake function works that we set the switch up for. Do you know Whistling Diesel? I watch his videos, but I don't know him personally. You're getting good with them gloves on. Oh, yep. All that mess in there. Don't want that all over my fingers. So diff lock mechanism out, diff out, whole lot out. You can't see what I'm doing, can you? Hold on, let me move you. Why didn't you say? Why didn't you tell me in the comments that you can't see? Often when you overcomplicate stuff, there's more to go wrong. So I like RCs to be as simple as possible. You know, you get all these electronic gizmos now on the radios and sensors and all this stuff. I never bother with it. I just want to drive the car. The more stuff you got like that, the more you've got to go wrong. The more it's going to be. You know, when you're out bashing, the last thing you want is all this stuff to go wrong. You want it to be reliable. And I've had this out before. If you go back to my first snow videos with the paddle tyres on with this, I couldn't get the diffs locked up. And it was just making it, well, it was ruining the fun, wasn't it? Right. That there. Put you there so you can sort of see what's going on. So you need to get all this stuff off, all the bearings off, all the different locking mechanism off, that bearing off of there. When more DBXL gas videos? Yeah, at some point I've got to fix it. That off of there. Alright, then we've got to open it up. Don't you have videos of that TRX6 hauler? Oh, it's a TRX8 now, dude. And there will be videos soon. How is the TRX4M? Apparently they're really good, but I've not got one. Right, so we get these 4 screws out that holds the crown wheel on. So that out of there. This out of there. Do you have a Nitro T-Max with 2.5 engine? No, I haven't got any T-Maxes. I've got a Nitro Revo though. It's got electric start on it that you can do from the remote that Jason converted for me. Right, so that off. Don't need that anymore. Don't need all that in there anymore. That's all gone now. We don't need any of that. Then we cut open the locker kit. I reckon they should make the TRX4 because you can get it without lockers, but then you don't get the 2-speed transmission. But I like the 2-speed transmission. So it's a shame they don't give you the 2-speed transmission and just solid diffs. Right, then that goes on there like that. It comes with new screws that have got thread lock already on them. So you put those in the hole there. Hey Kev, love the videos, says Mark. Thanks, dude. Emilio says, hi Kev. Hello, dude. How you doing? That in there. That in there. Right. And now we screw all those in. Someone said TRX8. Yep, that is a TRX8 now, you could call it that. I'm thinking to buy DBXL 2.0 gas. Is it a good car to buy? It's okay, but I would choose the Lossy 5 over it any day. It's a lot more durable built. It's a lot nicer. It's easier to work on. It's stronger. There's more upgrades available for it. It's easier to fit different engines. I'm not really a fan of the DBXL that much. So, yeah, I'd go for a Lossy 5. And if you want something that's a bit cheaper, then you can get the 30 degree north, which is almost just as good. I think it's even got a better chassis on it than the Lossy, I think. All right, so that's in there. So now we put this bearing back on that side. this bearing back on that side, and all this rest of it we don't bother with. We don't need it anymore. So you lose all that stuff, and losing screws on the floor as well. Don't need any of that anymore. Are you and the postman good mates? Hey, we always have a little chat with the postman. Right, move you back a bit and we get back onto this now. So next we've got to put this little plunger back in that we struggled with a minute ago. So that little plunger there has to go in that hole there. That's what she said. Get that plunger in that hole. And then the fiddly part of getting that E-clip back on there. And you're going to see me struggle for a bit now. You're not going to see what I'm doing, but you'll see me struggle. E-clip on. I really cannot put the camera in the way for this bit because it's already so fiddly. Having the camera in the way is going to make it 10 times more fiddly. Basically, you need to stream your whole life 24/7. Oh man, this side's even more fiddly than the last side. There's less room to get you. Oh, yeah, this side's worse than the other side. I wonder if I could just stick it onto there with a bit of glue just to hold it. I wonder if that would work. Or a bit of grease. I'll get a bit of grease and just put the grease on here, little dollop, like that. And then if I get this little E-clip and just stick it on the grease, please work. Please work. Don't let me down. Like that, look. Hopefully, please, 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 please work. Oh no, it's sliding off again. Oh, it fell off. And at the point where it actually clips on, I always shut my eyes in case it pings off. I don't want it going in my eyes. What a fiddly ass job. This is the most fiddly job ever known to mankind. Right, might have it, might have it, might have it. Oh, I think I've got it. You got it? Yes! Right, got it on. Let me show you. Get you over there, look, it's on, look, see? That little clip in the middle there, that's what I was struggling with, and we're on now. Right. Your transmitter is on. Oh, thank you. Well spotted. Well spotted. I would have left that on all night and it would have been flat. Right, so now, make a mess. We get the differential, put differential back in, making sure the bearings are on there, making sure it turns, lovely jubbly. Put a bit of grease on here just to keep you lot happy, otherwise you'll tell me off. Every time I don't put grease on, you lot always tell me off in the comments. That'll do, not in it, am I? That on there, wipe off the excess. Haley says, Kev, a Traxxas Rustler 4x4 is a good car. Yeah, very good car. Is it dark there now? Yes. Well, taking time, yeah, yeah. I've been taking my time a bit. Once I've got one screw in, it will hold it in place, it'll be nicer. Is it dark there now? Yes, it is dark. Pitch black out there now. Isle of Man, in the summer, you get an extra hour of daylight. So you would assume that in the winter you get an hour less, but you don't. In the winter you get the same daylight, and in the summer you get an hour more. Temperature-wise, Isle of Man is a little bit cooler in the summer, which is nice, because here sometimes it gets really hot in the summer, so a little bit cooler in the summer would be nice. And the winter's a little bit warmer, so that's also nice, because I don't like cold winters. So they've even got palm trees on the Isle of Man. palm trees wouldn't survive in England. They would die from all the minus degrees. But Isle of Man rarely goes below 0. Very rare. But it can get windy, and in the winter when it's cold and you get hammered by the wind, apparently it can feel quite horrible. So I've still yet to experience all that. Tips for upgrade on Hypergo. I would leave it stock personally. They are absolute beasts as they are. I wouldn't even bother. But, you know, unless you want to, of course. You know, if you want to upgrade it, if that brings joy to your hobby, absolutely go for it and do it. Right. Now, we can slot the shaft back in. That's what she said. Put that back in there. And then the screws that come out of it, was it these? Yep. That one in there. That one in there. Why so many 4x4 RC cars? Because I don't like two-wheel drive bashers. I don't get on with them. With the racers, the two-wheel drive buggies, I actually like them. I didn't think I would. But I had a four-wheel drive racer and a two-wheel drive, and I had more fun with a two-wheel drive, and more people do two-wheel drive. Alright, that's that back on. We're a bit wobbly, but doesn't matter. It's a basher. Now we can put these portals back in. That back in. I've been wanting to do this TRX4 and sort it out for probably the past 2 years. I've been wanting to sort it out, put better servo in there, sort the steering, lock up the diffs, put the battery location back to where it's meant to be. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. And tomorrow we're going out crawling, and my friend wanted to go that hasn't got a crawler, so he's going to borrow this one. So I thought, well, I might as well sort it out. Right, that is back together. That all moves. We've got a missing hex on there that I thought I lost, but it was actually missing to start with because the hex was broken in half and half of it was gone. But I do have a spare axle here from the parts car, and we'll just pinch the hex off of that. It does hurt a bit to take a whole complete car apart that was perfectly good just for parts, but it is handy. It's very handy because now it means I've got all the parts to fix this, and the 8x8 that you can see in the background there, a lot of the parts on that came from the donor car. Where's the sausage at? Well, the speed sausage, which is hopefully going out next week, is up there, look. Don't know if you can see it from there. I'll show you in a minute. Let me get all this back together again and all the grease out of the way, and I'll show you. These are rotational, so I've got to put the right one on, the right side. So that side is there. Yeah, you can just see the back of the sausage there, the background, look. Right, I'm missing some wheel nuts, it appears. So that one, that way, that one, that's the wrong side, that one, there. I'm missing 2 wheel nuts. Two wheel nuts have gone walkies, but I did knock this pot over a minute ago. So, oh, there's another one. Only missing one now. Ever get the 4-stroke to work in the RC? Well, I got it to work, but it's geared so low that full throttle, it's like the slowest RC I've ever seen in my life. So I need to mess about with the gearing. Oh, I left that one as well. I've got to mess about with the gearbox in the middle and make it so it's not so geared down. All right, we're missing one more wheel nut. Got it. Right, this bench is a complete and utter tip now. Is Maverick a good RC brand? Good beginner brand, but if you're serious about the hobby, I probably wouldn't. But good to get you going. Right, this should now, in theory, be good. I mean, the bumper's smashed, but we're just going to leave that for now. Think we're pretty much good to go. Right, let's get the gloves off. It's the perfect pass. Yep, perfect pass servo in there. Epic servos. Best all-round servo in my opinion. If you're not sure what servo to get, just get a perfect pass. And you can use it in almost any RC. I've got them in the X-Max, in crawlers, in the speed cars, in my boats. They're waterproof. I've never stripped any gears in a perfect pass servo, ever. I have killed one before when I aired on this car here, look, on the sledge. We took it to the skate park, jumped it like 50, 60, probably more feet in the air, landed smack in the middle of the chassis, and the shock of it was so severe that this end cap on the servo, it bent up, because this servo is the other way around in the sledge. It bent this cap, and the circuit board came out the bottom. That's how hard the hit was. And that was the only perfect pass servo I've ever killed. Is Stempy still fluffed up? Yeah, Stempy's still all fluffed up. There won't see much of him while he's fluffed up, that's for sure. Right, so now this can actually take 6S, but we're just going to put this in there, which is a 3S. I should really change the connector. XT90 and IC5 doesn't really, not supposed to really be put together, but it does work. Oh, look at that! Look at that! For the first time ever, or in a long while, it's got steering that works. Right, let's get body on. Right, R-clips next. Get the old clippage in there. But this is the first time in about 2 or 3 years that this is actually going to be working properly, hopefully. Right, I can tell what I've already got to do though, which I'm not going to do now. I'll do it another day. Is I'll raise these side steps up, give it more ground clearance and to suit that body. And this side, look, it still needs to go up, but it's going to work. Right, so what I'm going to do is take you out of my tripod. And I'm going to put you in here, look. Now I can drive and chat to you lot and film at the same time. Look at it, it's alive. Right, so that's low gear, so now high gear. Look at that, it steers. Right, so now look, no brake brakes. And now if I hit the switch, now I've got brake brakes, it just locks up. So, if we get this piece of cardboard here, not cardboard, bit of wood with carpet on it, and we bung that, I don't know, like here for example, just junk out the way. Now it's got drag brakes on, hopefully it's going to hold it. Right, so let's put it back into first gear low, it's better for crawling. There you go, drag brakes are almost holding it. I could probably plug it into the computer and turn the drag brakes up a little bit more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right, so now when I let go of the accelerator, look, the drag brakes almost hold it. So now the switch on top, which was last time the diff lock switch, if I undo it, but now look, we've got no drag brakes. And now it rolls. So if you want to go fast and do speed run, you do not want the drag brakes coming on, otherwise it's going to flip you over. Right, it's not going to carry the ways. I want to take it out tomorrow and not kill it. Right, I'm going to love you guys and leave you, because I'm going to clean up all this mess here, then go home and get some food. So thank you very much to all of you guys for keeping me company whilst fixing that. Otherwise, if I would have done it on my own, I would have been bored. So, staircase of doom. No, I don't want to kill it. We're taking it out tomorrow. I don't want to get wrenching more now. I'm hungry. I want to go home and get some food. I'm happy it's all ready for tomorrow. And next live stream, I don't know. I mean, I've not done a live stream for like a whole month. And then we done a little live one the other day bashing, and then another one today. So, because I've not really been doing that much RC videos, I haven't really broken much, not had much to wrench on. So, yeah. Anyway, dudes, I will see you soon in another video. I've got another plane video coming out. I've got a crawler video coming out. I've got an engine video. I've got that V8 engine nearly working. I've got speed sausage videos coming up. Got another racing video coming up. I've got a new racer. So, plenty of videos coming up. I just got to finish filming them, finish editing them. And, yeah, you'll get some videos soon. Right. Thanks for keeping me company, guys. And I want to get some food in here for my hungry belly. And I'll see you guys soon. See you later. Bye.